something really weird that people do is they allow themselves to feel a guilt or a pride for something that other people did. Maybe it's their ancestors, like people of their same culture, their race, or maybe it's people of their same sex, or maybe it's a sports team that they enjoy watching. And if you have these feelings of pride, then you never have to do anything yourself. You can feel great, like you've accomplished something through them. Like say the sports team wins. You can sit on your couch doing nothing, not improving yourself, eating your pizza and yelling at the TV about what a good job that sports team did. And you don't really do anything. Like with guilt, you can feel that guilt, you can take that blame, but it doesn't make any sense because it's not something that you had any control over. You were not directly affecting those events that other people did. Like a team at work. You know, I can have an effect on what my team does, but why would I feel any pride when another team has a successful project? Or why would I feel any shame when a different team has a failure? Or why would I feel pride for something that my ancestors created? Or why would I feel guilt for something horrible that they did? None of it makes any sense because it's nothing that we had any control over. So, I mean, I can barely feel any guilt or pride for things that I did last year because I change as a person. And so to feel guilt and pride for something that somebody else does is completely outside of that. But I mean, even for myself, if I had an accomplishment last year, I'm not really doing that anymore. I'm kind of holding on to that old thing and saying, I'm going to continue feeling good for this old thing so that I don't have to do anything now. It doesn't make any sense. So when we have this guilt and this pride for the long past or what other people did, and what I see happening in the world a lot today is that it's leaving people open to being controlled and manipulated for things that they had nothing to do with. So if you feel guilt for your ancestors or for what other people who may be part of a group that you're in or something, but unrelated to you, if you feel guilt, then other people can keep you paying a debt that can't possibly be paid. Because how can you possibly pay a debt that somebody else incurred? It doesn't really make any sense. And when you feel pride, you get tricked in another way because then you're put into this trap where you're never improving, you're never accomplishing anything because you don't have to. And so people telling you that you should feel pride because of what your ancestors did, they're saying, you just sit right there on the couch and keep yelling at the TV. You don't actually need to accomplish anything to feel this sense of pride. You can just yell at the TV and other people will take care of it for you. So if you keep that feeling of guilt and pride, it's going to prevent you from growing. It's going to tie you to something that is not you. And be that not you could be your ancestors, it could be these other people that again are in some vaguely related group, or it could be you of the past. In some way it ties you to that not you entity, and it prevents you from growing. When you detach yourself from that which is not you, then you allow yourself to grow. So I would recommend limiting the feelings of guilt and pride, but especially when it comes to feeling them through other people, through other people's accomplishments and failures. Sounds very much like live in the moment, and indeed it kind of is, because that's where we want to be. That's where the growth is. And it's not so much in the moment as it is in more current events and more personal events. So when somebody tells you to feel guilty for something that somebody else did, don't accept it. When somebody has you feel pride, when you have yourself that instinct of feeling guilt or pride for something that somebody else did, don't accept it. Enjoy the football game. Watch it. Watch them having fun on the screen. Compliment the players on how good they are. But don't become part of that team. Don't feel the emotions that the people who are actually out there doing things should be feeling. Those are not your emotions. Don't accept them as yours. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And as always, you gotta hit like if you did. It lets me know to keep making videos like this. And share it if you really liked it. Or don't. I'm gonna make videos anyway.